passion from the Used fans.
Yeah,
back. It's pretty insane. This tour we're on with Taking Back Sunday is going off.
What do you mean? What's changed about the fans recently?
I don't know, man. I think that there's like a real insurgence of maybe people want to relive their childhood. Both of our bands were kind of in our prime 10 years ago, and I think they've seen how the passion for music and the love of music has just stayed completely intact in both bands' worlds, I guess. We both got new records coming out. I mean, Taking Back Sunday's record came out yesterday. Our record is a bit more of a further reach along for inequality, and we want to make the world just a way worse place than it has been. We want to make billionaires way richer. And
well, that's the smart bet.
Bert reads too much.
I think that poor people should be way more poor.
Yeah,
I think it would be good.
He's disgusted with the world so much that he's like wants to help it because otherwise he'd be a hypocrite.
That's right. America, belly up to the trough.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think there's something to what you're saying about the timing of things, because I think what a lot of us go through, as you pass out of your 20s into your 30s, whatever, is like you like your shit, and then your shit isn't the cool new thing anymore, and then you're kind of like, is it kind of weird for me to still like this shit that was cool a couple of years ago? Maybe I'll dabble in this other shit, but then the next wave of shit comes after that, and you're like, I wasn't even really that sold on the last wave of shit. I'm not doing this again. Maybe I should just listen to the music I like.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that I liked when I was a certain age.
People dare to be themselves a little bit more as time goes on. I think when you're a kid, you kind of want to fit in. It's really about fitting in.
I wouldn't have talked about that suction story until I had to get way older to reveal that.
It's like the shit you're into. It's like, this is my shit. The shit becomes shittier, and then there's the new shit. And it's like, what kind of shit am I into? Do I like the shit I used to like, or do I like this new shit? The new shit is kind of shitless, in my opinion. So if you want the real shit, where the shit exists, the deep shit, you come back to the old shit that used to be your shit.
Because that's really what the shit is.
That's the stinkiest shit. In my opinion, this new shit, it's fresh. It's fresh, stinky shit.
Look, I didn't really follow your career. Half of the songs that I know, they were jingleberries with different lyrics.
Right.
When I heard
Smash hits.
When I heard the original, I was like, fuck, that's a good song. Check you out. Yeah, like you said, you're old.
There's
in the music game, and you're pumped.
There's something to be said for bands who do it just because they love doing it.
Is everybody else the same as you? Because you kind of shit yourself. You took a shit. You took too many drugs and flipped your fucking balls. And now you're all together guy.
They're all pretty intact.
Do you think that's got something to do with why you're energized on this album? Because you're probably less junkied out?
In a big way, I had to
when
kind of focus my passion somewhere else. I think I used to be passionate about just getting fucked up, unruly, being the typical selfish, deluded rock.
And it's not too late. Everyone's still here for you to listen and
it's
soak
amazing.
it in.
I've gotten so many chances, especially deep, serious addiction. You find a way to fuck over everyone you love.
Yep.
At every moment of every day, and you're just lying to yourself. So the fact that I still have a band and still have a wife is pretty fucking incredible. I think it could be inspiring for people who are still stuck in that little downward spiral to realize that things, if you fucking take some serious action, things can get better. For real.
It's true.
Ellis knows.
I do know. Tully probably knew before both of us, but that's beside the point.
Well, Tully's Tully. He's real smart.
Yeah,
I don't think he ever had to go down that road like we did, because he just saw it from far away.
I didn't really have the guts to get a real serious problem. It takes a certain.
Trying to make it sound cool.
No. It takes
we know.
We're so ballsy. We dare to fuck everyone over.
I'm a madman, but
we're so ballsy. We dare to destroy our lives and just ultimately
fuck everybody.
Reckoning. Yeah, it's good to have some balls.
Yeah.
To be the shit.
Well, it's kind of fun. It's kind of funny, right?
People could take that the wrong way, Bert, just so you know.
It's an old cliche, right? But to get good at something, and I think this applies to both you, Jason and Bert McCracken, that to get good at something, you probably needed to focus really, really hard on that thing, and that's why you got good at it. But then as soon as you get really good at it, the world rewards you with things that are not conducive to staying good at that thing or getting better at that thing. Drugs, parties, people kissing your ass, women, all that kind of shit, So it's like, I always think it's interesting, the bands that are just like the super nerdy guys, like I'll put like a Linkin Park or a Pearl Jam even in this category of once they got there, I'm sure they dabbled in shit. I'm sure they banged chicks that were out of their league a couple years before him, but like they were already thinking, well, this album sold this much, maybe the next album could do blah blah blah, or maybe we could fuck over Ticketmaster. Like,
Idiots.
they never lost their passion for the primary game. But everybody else, it makes complete sense, and anybody could lose the plot when not drugs, good drugs, not parties, great parties, not women, hot women.
And
Lots of them at the same time.
Right.
And something to be said for when you have a little bit of success and people notice that around you. I'm sure you felt it the same way anyone has felt it. When you have a little bit of success, people treat you differently. And being on a successful tour right now that's sold out with Taking Back Sunday, I'm noticing the people that disappeared for like 8 years of my life are now back claiming that we're fucking best friends again.
Yeah.
It's like, I know you, bro.
I always loved you, Bert.
I know.
I feel like coming over there and chest bumping you, man.
It's just like I've been doing this for the same reason the whole time, and you've been a serious fucking sycophant asshole licker the whole time. So, we're the same people.
Mm-hmm. Your manager can hear you out there. We totally broadcast out to the green room.
Trust me, he's not listening.
Never.
He's heard enough of Bert.
If I have to hear that kid one more time.
He legitimately didn't hear any of that.
Yep.
I know.
So, he cares.
I know.
So you're excited about this song more than the other song? What's the other song that I like, Michael, that we play
It's
on
called
Faction?
Cry, isn't it?
Yeah, I really like that song.
Cry. I think everyone could get into it if you've been fucked over in a relationship. For me, I kind of wrote it about my relationship with the United States and how I feel betrayed by serious policies that make everyone devastated in this country.
Wait, is that why you moved to Australia?
A
Like,
little
you
bit.
bummed on some tax shit or something?
I mean, I think that rich people should pay taxes. I think everybody feels the same way.
Yeah.
But no, my
Wait,
wife's
do you have to
Australian.
pay less taxes when you live in Australia?
Everybody pays their taxes in Australia. That's why healthcare's free.
Wait, so you live in Australia and you have free healthcare? You don't have private insurance?
No, I do the public game. A lot of people talk nightmares about it, but I just had a baby through the public system for free, and they pay you $5,000 to have a child.
In Australia?
Yeah.
I remember living in Australia. If I broke my arms and stuff, I just went to hospital. I didn't have private insurance.
No, and it's good care. They take care of you. I mean, whatever you need a cast, they put it on you, and then you need some pills, you get some pills for free.
It's harder to get a shit ton of pills, though, probably, huh?
Oh yeah, I mean
that's a good thing.
They have it more regulated because it's all paid for. But I mean, it's just insane that the United States is one of like the only civilized first world nation without public health care, where people have to like suffer. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's no real time for seriousness on Jason Ellis.
Yes, there is.
I'm kidding.
Of course there is.
Come on,
That's
I'm
a
kidding.
lie.
I'm kidding. It's just Obamacare is not public health care, and everything Obama said he's going to do, he hasn't done. So,
Well, at least now you're pissing off both sides.
both sides should be pissed. It's fucking bullshit. I think that people should go to school for free, and people should get health care for free. That's just my opinion.
Bert McCracken.
I think everyone
Not
should
Kid
get
Rock,
it.
ladies and gentlemen. Bert McCracken.
Fuck Kid Rock. Oh,
You can do whatever you want. I don't care.
Have you met him?
I mean,
Fuck him?
I've met him. He's a really nice guy. He's a smart guy. He really supports those those tea
Fuck him
partiers.
anyway, though. I
Yeah,
get it.
fuck him.
Wait, he supports what?
Oh, he's just like backwards as far as like he's a tea partier, right?
What is a tea partier?
They
you
want
gotta
like,
explain this.
They
to
want
me.
like no regulations for free market capitalism. They want rich people to be richer and pay no taxes, and they want poor people to be more poor. That's the fucking bottom line.
Well, that's not what they would tell you. I think that they would probably cop to being extreme Republicans, extreme conservatives.
Yep.
Wait, Kid Rock's an extreme Republican?
Yeah, I'll buy that.
I didn't even know that was a thing, let alone Kid Rock was. Is that why he makes his own beer?
I don't think that's why. I think he wanted to make his own beer. He probably had a sweet idea for a can one time.
Oh.
But, okay, here's another way of talking about the Tea Party thing. Let's not have a political conversation, but people who want the government to have as small a role as possible in our lives.
Oh.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds all good and nice until you really kind of get in there. I mean, I'd consider myself an anarchist first, where I don't believe that human beings need government. In the word government is control. People don't want to be controlled. But we have a few people in the world who can't function that way because they want to take all the power and just make everybody their slaves, so to speak. So, Tea Party
I'm listening.
could sound it sounds like it could be a good thing, but deeply I mean, people are bored shitless. I don't know anyone who trusts politicians or U.S. politics, no matter what side you're on. My mom and dad, they're crazy Mormon Christians, and they're still like, we don't trust any of those kooky, I don't know, whatever they call politicians in Mormon.
Do you think that's why you're a little bit weird on them? Because your parents are?
No.
No?
No. I mean, me and my parents, we don't really see eye to eye on much.
But you're starting to relate on this one.
But I understand that my parents want a rich person to pay whatever we pay for taxes, 33 to 44% or whatever. When Mitt Romney pays 4% of his taxes when he makes $800 million a year, it just doesn't seem...
Wait, who's Mitt Romney?
He ran for president against Barack Obama. He's a Mormon.
8% taxes?
He would pay about 4 to 5. They have a lot of loopholes and ways to get out of paying taxes. I think it was like 2,500 big companies in the United States that paid zero taxes last year.
Is that allegedly? Or is that...
No.
This is real.
I don't know about the specifics of Mitt Romney's finances. I don't know to what extent anybody does. But a bunch of Fortune 500 companies don't pay taxes. There are a bunch of loopholes for them.
Lots of them even got tax credit where they received money from the U.S. government.
That's not very fair, Mark.
No, it's not. I think that I read a book called Pedagogy of the Oppressed by this guy Paulo Freire. He was a Brazilian revolutionist, a Brazilian revolutionary. He taught that once people learn who they are and learn who is putting them down or who's stopping them, there'll be an inevitable revolution. I think that once people know about these rules and about these broken about the way that it works, I think that just like in music, if people knew that when you buy my record from iTunes, that immediately Apple takes $3 and then Hopeless for Distribution wants another $2, so that leaves the band with $5 a record. Then we split it with our manager, lawyer, business manager, booking agent. I literally get less than $1 a song, or $1 a record. I get about 7 cents a song. And we have one of the greatest deals worked out. Like, Hopeless just takes 28-something% of our music. In the end, they're not taking anything else. So for us, bands are getting fucked way harder than we are. And if we could just make everything a little bit more fair. There's something in the world called trickle-down economics that seems to be in every fundamental part of the way the world works. It's where the CEOs and the people who are in charge take all the money, and then the pennies falling out of the pockets is what the people actually collect. It's like the artists are getting paid very, very, very last.
Well, the artists do get paid last. To me, the big thing that you're missing there is with Apple, for example, records are just cheaper than they used to be. I mean, Sam Goody used to take a profit when they sold a CD. Mom and pop CD stores took a profit when they sold the CD. That's why they were in business. Yeah. But you're talking about an $18 CD versus a $10 download.
You think that Apple deserves $3 of the 10? Because we'll disagree if you say yes. But, I mean, everybody has an opinion.
I don't think it's an incredible profit margin.
It could be a lot more fair. They've monopolized the game.
No, I think that's true. People can buy shit from Amazon, but Amazon's the exact same deal, and you know that.
Well, what I'm suggesting is we take everything that works, like the Radiohead donation type of deal and the fan funding Kickstarter type of deal. We're starting a movement called the Gas Union, and it's going to be the first ever free music record label where you get my music for free from me, and then you get incentives on maybe $5 off a t-shirt or a show. We take the Kickstarter algorithm on our website, where that money would be fan to patron of the art. Money would be sacred. Nobody would take any percent of that money. Any money that comes from a fan to an artist would be sacred. And then, on the back end of things, you could pay whatever you want for a record. Hopefully, eventually making everything free, including rock shows. There's enough sponsorship out there that you get Zico coconut water and Monster and Rockstar to all pay for the bands to be there, and then kids can come to the shows for free, and then they can buy the band's merch, which the band usually gets most of the merch unless you got a really bad deal. We just want to make things. I think bands that are good, that people like, should be able to come home from tour and have money to buy dinner for their family. I've come off full tours where my debit card's been declined at Subway, and a 3-month tour, come home and I'm fucking broke. So
yeah. You are playing music all day. You're not really working.
I guess, but it's like it all depends on how you look at it. I mean,
that's all.
Important work is like digging ditches and fixing toilets and stuff is very important work. But I think that art is also as important as people can seem to make it in their own lives. It inspires, just like what you do. It's a very important thing, even though doing what you do doesn't feel like work, or maybe it does, but singing and creating music doesn't feel like work. But I think that what I'm able to do, inspire people to smile and then take that smile a step further in action, is a really important thing in the world.
You know, Billboard published an article about a week ago about the top 40 moneymakers from last year.
Yeah.
Because some people are still making money in music.
Mm-hmm. It's not any artists, but...
Well, no, if you were actually to put up the biggest moneymakers in music, there probably wouldn't be a lot of artists on it.
There'd be zero artists, besides like Bono, who's just...
Taylor Swift made $40 million last year.
But
She's an artist, isn't she?
But imagine how much money everybody else around her made.
I don't know. I don't care.
A sick amount of money. I don't care either. I would do this for free, but I want it to be fair.
Yeah, I understand.
I think artists should be indentured servants to the public good. I think that like people function better under the gun. Like no rich person is the best of the best of the best at his game. I think that human beings kind of function and thrive under pressure, really. So
well, isn't the government putting you under pressure to make more records, to make more money because you don't get that much of it?
And look how good I'm doing.
Right?
Look
Aren't
how
they
much
in a way helping you
they're
become
helping
a better
me.
man.
Exactly. Look how much ass I'm kicking because of how fucked they are.
Look, I think we can all agree that we'd like to see the best artist rewarded for being the best artist, and that's why I think it's totally fair that the number 2 money-making artist last year was Kenny Chesney.
Who?
The country artist Kenny Chesney.
Oh, man.
Made approximately $33 million.
Country's the new gangster rap.
$33 million, and I don't know what he looks like.
Nor do I.
This money, though, this is child's money compared to that fuck you money that like Wall Street's making. I read this thing that
Would you really want that?
no,
I know.
Never.
Like, you've made millions of dollars. You're a famous person. Your band's big. Do you know what it's like? What it could potentially be? That doesn't interest you at all, right?
not in the slightest.
Okay.
I think happy life is what you make it.
Justin Timberlake seems pretty happy, and he also made $31 million last year.
Yeah, but
Seems pretty happy. Watch him kill himself.
You think he's not a happy guy?
No, I don't know. I mean, it just depends on what's really going on.
He
Money
seems
has nothing to do with
some
it.
people like
Got a little bit to do with it.
some people like doing that stuff when they're not working. You know, so it's never work to them.
Yeah.
Because when I first met famous people, I thought that everybody, when you go on TV and stuff, people are over the top nice to the point where it's not possible that they're actually being truthful in any way. So it was very hard for me to understand because everyone was like, oh, you know, we love you. And I'm like, wait, I don't even know who the fuck you are. What are you guys talking about? Everybody tells everybody how good their shoes are. Everybody's flattering and just crazy kiss asses and selfie explosions. And then it doesn't, there are a couple of people in that are really like that and sincerely really are bubbly and happy to see everybody all day. And I feel like he's that kind of guy. So that means, because that's how you get that big. That's how you have that much around you, because you're always a delight and all the big people love having you around. Because the second you're not fun to be around, nobody else is hanging out with you. They're not going to do it. They don't give a fuck how good you are. You're solo for the rest of your life. That guy's with everybody all the time.
He wrote that one McDonald's jingle, but I understand he just walks around all day making up McDonald's jingles. That's just like a hobby of his.
Who were you talking about?
I have no idea who we're fucking talking
Timberlake.
about. Oh,
He makes McDonald's. He made that?
Fuck yeah.
Why-
That was a song on his first album.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No.
Fuck yeah. The song I'm Loving It is on. If it's on his album, we played it as a single from the Carson Daly show.
God.
You're blowing my mind.
So he's just a
I'll find
champion
it.
for the slaughter of billions of animals. What a good guy. It must feel good spending that money. Like every time he spends a little bit of that blood money, he's just like, at least I didn't fucking kill an African.
Do you really think that he looks at it like that at all?
No, of course not. He doesn't give a
couldn't,
shit. It's like,
Do you think if you really make that much money that there's no way you're not tied with some sort of brutal misery in life, in the world?
well,
You're in charge of?
Edward Gibbon, who wrote The Fall and Decline of the Roman Empire, is a pretty smart guy. He said behind every great fortune is an even greater crime, and I kind of buy into that. I think the more you fuck people over, the easier it becomes.
Ooh.
It's like drugs. You build up a tolerance to anything, especially like downright evil. It's like the more people I kill, the more used to killing I'm gonna get. Like after a while, after my 100th kill, I'm just like, who fucking cares? People are easy to kill.
Do you care?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, let's see. I haven't heard this in years. Let's see where the music starts in this video. Come on, Kimberly.
Oh my god. Big Macs. Oh girl. I just bought you a McFish.
I don't hear McDonald's in this.
She already did the ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Go back.
Now we're in a verse. They're going to get there again. Hold on.
When you come home, Chick-fil-A, baby.
This is not a good song.
No.
No.
It's like McDonald's liked it.
Supposedly... Wait, where's she going to do it?
Oh.
Fucking
This
Jesus
is fucking
Christ.
misery.
A bunch of songs on this album supposedly were written for and pitched to Michael Jackson, and he said no. And it's so easy to hear that.
This is before the breakfast burrito, I think. McDonald's breakfast burrito. He just fucking loves
There you
Big
go.
Macs,
Oh,
dude.
no
He's got a little mayonnaise on his lip. Fucking mayonnaise lip. He walks around. He makes sure that there's a little, the skin over the mayonnaise, it turns yellow. He's just got a big glob of fucking mayonnaise on his lip that turned. It's got a
Are
skin.
you friends with Justin Timberlake, Bert McCracken?
Good ass friends. I watched him do all sorts of really awful things to women, disrespectful things to women. I'm kidding.
Do you ever meet John Mayer?
I haven't met John Mayer. I have not.
Why? Where are you going, Tully?
Yeah, what's going on in John Mayer world?
There's a lawsuit going on, and I don't care about who's right or wrong with the lawsuit, but the lawsuit centers on a claim that $5 million worth of Rolex watches that John Mayer bought were fake, or may or may not have been fake. And all that tells me is John Mayer had $5 million to spend on Rolexes.
That doesn't surprise me.
That surprises me.
Really?
That's a lot of money for just watches.
Yeah, but he's John Mayer. Isn't that like... I always assume that if you're... Because I don't pay attention to... I guess I don't pay attention to mainstream famous people that much. They seem awkward. They don't entertain me. So I don't pay attention, but I assume that if you're John Mayer or Ryan Seacrest or these
Then you're
people
a selfish piece of shit.
that are on the magazines or something, that they make like $10 million a year, I figured.
Why not spend $5 on watches?
No, but I figure if you do that every year for 20 years, then you can just buy $5 million worth of watches one day, no problem. Or what about over the years? I feel like those people get free fucking watches.
Of course he gets free Rolex
Yeah,
watches.
he probably-
Well, these actually, yeah, he's 28th on the list of money earners last year. I guess John Mayer made $10 million last year. And yeah, he's been doing that for a while now.
Dude, that can't be 28th when everybody's stashing their money in the Virgin Islands and shit. Like, we don't know who really has all the money. There's so many people that made over $1 billion last year.
What, artists?
No. I mean, is this artist list?
This is an artist list, and, and it's Billboard, and they're telling you where shit's coming from. I mean, they're saying this, 7.8 in tour revenue, and this much in digital album royalties, this much in streaming royalties.
He
I mean,
made
they got
$600,000 for his digital album royalties. What a piece of shit!
Right, and you're saying you make $3 an album, so do the math.
People want to talk to Bert.
Want to talk to Samson? Fly me to the moon like that bitch Alice Crampton. It's hard being black and gifted.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
What's up, dog?
So, hey, Bert. We actually met in Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada, when you guys came through. Yeah, we actually, I believe I had a beer. I'm not sure if you did, but you were at the bar after the show. It was
Probably.
awesome. So I hope I bought you a beer because it sounds like you're getting jacked over by a bunch of bullshit record companies.
No, we have a really good deal. I'm saying everybody's getting jacked.
I agree. See, I like to separate my music and politics, and I don't really understand how you guys go through because, yeah, I'm an Alberta oil guy and all this sort of stuff. I make tons of money, right?
It's too bad.
But when you say that after a 3-month tour of hard work, I don't care what you're saying. What I do is hard work, sure. What you're doing away from your family is the same thing that I'm doing, working hard on the road, trying to perform. and you can't even go for Subway. Something's not right here, man. Not right.
Look, I'm not trying to complain about the fact that I'm not a fucking millionaire. I just want things to be fair in this world. You know what I mean?
Bert, exactly. That's why I asked, and I want to know more about getting my money to you directly instead of giving it to Apple, which already has enough. I want you, because I appreciate what you do. I want to accommodate, or I want to thank you. So I want to give you my money, not someone else.
He's rich enough.
Thanks, man.
That's admirable. Here's what you do.
Bottom line,
send me the money, and I will give it to Bert.
Next time we see Bert, we'll take him to dinner.
Money. Steal my music and listen to it. That's the biggest favor you could do for me. Okay. Steal my shit and listen to it.
And then, in the meantime, because it's not going to be fair, people should expect that it's not going to be fair, and they should.
There needs a major shift, a major paradigm shift.
3 times as much so that they can be okay. Because you can't expect it to turn around.
Not overnight.
Can't expect anybody to come save you.
We're working on it, though. I think there's ways to get around all these fat
I think the world
CEOs.
gets smarter. I think the general public gets smarter. I don't believe that everyone's just getting dumber because of education and all that stuff. I believe that just everybody, the smart people, okay, not every smart person's evil.
No, of course not. I think that kind of knowing what's going on and being aware of situations in the world is becoming a cooler thing than it used to be. I think that, reality TV people aren't buying it as much as they used to. And, I think that we're in for I moved to Australia, but if there's an actual popular democratic uprising in the United States, I'll be right back here to support the people and the place I love.
So you're saying all we need to do is to start a revolution.
And I'll be back.
And you will fight on the street?
Real revolution. Yes, I will. I'll be throwing Molotov cocktails with everybody else.
Zach, you're on with Bert McCracken.
Hey, Bert, I was wondering...
If you throw a Molotov cocktail at my fucking house...
Not at your house.
I will kick the shit out.
No way. Why would I ever throw it at your house?
Well, because everybody's rioting. They set fire on the house on the street.
No, we'll be scanning, and we'll be in on the ground floor and get the heads up.
I've got a Porsche. You guys are going to throw shit at that. You'll be like,
we might.
Cobra Cut. Exactly. I will fucking kill all of you.
We're coming for everyone's livelihood.
Zach.
There will be real death.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
Hey, can you explain your... Kickstarter-like program get a little more to me? I'm curious about that. What do you call it, gas something?
Yeah, it's Gas Union, and gas being an acronym for give a shit, because we really think that it's cool to give a shit nowadays. But, before I get way into the details, it's still in the beginning process. So just look out for Gas Union on our website and stuff, and in the next month, we'll kind of have a better idea about how it's going to work.
But, the theory behind it is it's going to be... You're giving the fans free stuff. And
essentially, it would be the first ever free music record label. And if you steal the music from us, or if you, stream the music or download the music from us, then there's incentives on how to get $5 off a T-shirt or a show. And initially, if you want to support the band and put money toward the record or the touring or any part of it, then that kind of donation money would be sacred and wouldn't be, chopped up or divvied out or anything like that. But yeah, we're still in the kind of beginning processes, so it's going to take a while to figure out how it'll actually work so we can have bands making 90% of everything. I think that, for a manager to get paid fair and for a lawyer to get paid fair, booking agent to get paid fair, everybody deserves a piece. If an artist is making $600,000 on his digital downloads, then a lot of people who helped to get that artist where they are deserve to be paid. I just would like to see a more fair paradigm,
Joseph, you disagree with Bert McCracken?
Well, I just had a question. So listening to what Bert said, hey, guys, how you doing? I appreciate you picking up my call here. So, Bert, you're talking about everyone should have, free health care, should have free education. Who's paying for that?
You are, you fucking
How does everyone pay for? No, I'm just asking because you said that...
fucking idiot's a bit harsh.
People will pay. If rich people pay their taxes, I just don't have a lot of time for this.
Well, I don't understand what he's asked. Can you answer it to me? Because I don't.
Did 51% of all the taxes were paid by rich people? Didn't they say, 49% of the country didn't pay taxes at all last year? That's the actual statistic.
And
so if maybe some of the...
And your point being?
My point being, if everyone in the country paid taxes, then maybe we could achieve health care as you want. Or
dude, that was my point exactly. That's exactly what I was saying.
We should all get behind this flat tax bill. I don't know if anyone's heard of that. Maybe we should get behind that where everyone
That's the kind of thing that they have in every other country that works. I thought you were coming at it from a completely different approach.
That's why you got to give it a second,
right?
But don't say fuck off to people.
With all due respect,
Whenever I say fuck off to people, it's not a real fuck off.
Bert,
People should
Bert
know
McCracken,
that by now.
It's very intimidating.
No worries. Dude, Bert, you're the man. I've seen you a couple times, got your albums, really like it. I was just wanting to see where you were coming from.
This is a smart guy. Flat tax would work.
That's right.
Bert, we have you for about 10 more minutes, and with all due
Don't blame
respect,
the Mexicans, Michael.
we all know it's their fault.
No, I'm up with Bert now.
We are
We're going to lock up the borders.
We are unlikely
And everybody needs to pay taxes ASAP. I'm for this man.
Yeah.
Build the Chinese wall right at the Mexican border. I was just in Arizona
the Chinese
last
are
night.
trying to get in as
Yeah,
well?
Chinese are getting in. Arabs.
Oh, man.
Anyone brown is trying to get in, take our jobs.
I think we should hire masked men to roam the streets, picking up Mexicans and literally turning them upside down and shaking them.
I feel really
And
bad
we
for
take-
calling that guy a fucking idiot. Really.
Told you.
See?
You
I
gotta
really
wait.
do.
You got to wait.
I really do.
He likes you.
That's
your album.
not the guy I am. I'm just
You
passionate.
paid the government
I'm
a bunch of money to hear your music.
And I paid the government a shitload of money. I'm passionate. I think that a lot of times in this country, I have a bus driver that I debate with all the time. He's a really
must
nice
love you,
guy.
bud.
He's just a little confused, and a lot of people will just spout off these things that are just absolutely not true. A lot of things being talked about that are just not thought out. It's entitlement. It's entitled ignorance, and it drives me fucking crazy.
Well, certainly you know that at least half the people listening to the radio show right now are thinking or saying the same thing about you.
Yeah, I mean that's
right or wrong. Right or wrong.
That's fine. My point, the bigger point being, there's almost 7 billion people in this world, and everyone has an opinion. So logically and mathematically, how important are all of our opinions personally?
Not as important as blowjobs.
Not even as important as hand jobs. Even
I agree. Completely.
Yeah.
Again,
they're not even as important as rubbing yourself to completion on a pillow. Which is pretty much the lowest form of sexual gratification.
Yeah, that's. I'm going to disagree with that one. That's tough.
Between a toilet seat and
the bowl.
Yeah, that's degrading. It's been a while since I've been there.
Have you done that?
Yeah, this is a really funny story. I thought that I might have been able to cheat God that way if I didn't put my own hand on it when I was little. Because masturbating is a sin in most Christian or actually Abrahamic religions. I think Jews masturbate though, right? They don't give a shit.
Oh yeah.
Jews are more casual than people give them credit for. Anyway.
Yeah. And so I had this idea
I'm basing
that
that
any way I could get to any way I could climax without actually putting my hand on it. I thought that maybe I was tricking God. So like between the toilet and the toilet
Us
seat
fucking's not fucking to Mexicans.
or to Mormons.
Or to Mormons?
No, that's not true.
Or to debutantes.
What's a debutante?
A debutante is like a certain type
It's a new wave bourgeoisie.
Yeah, it's like a certain type of typically Southern chick, well-bred, who's sort of been raised in such a perfect...
Oh, yeah, one that wear gut of those things that hold your gut in.
Yeah, people who are raised so perfect that it's actually really weird.
Yeah.
Right.
Nicole Kidman of the West, of the East, something. I don't know.
Weirdest.
Yeah. Well, I'm not playing your song until you leave.
Cool.
You're not leaving yet. You've got 7 minutes before you have to leave us.
And the countdown
We need to make the
begins.
most of it. I don't want to take a phone call unless it's going to be somebody who's...
Yeah, because then I'll be a rude
Bert is a
asshole
fine
again.
American?
I love America.
But you betrayed the motherland.
How? By leaving?
You left. You left the rest of us here
I
to
told
sort out
you,
the wreckage.
If there's any trouble, I'll be back in a heartbeat to support my fellow Americans.
What will you do if we riot on the streets?
I'll come back.
Okay, so how are you getting off the plane?
I'll swim over here. Maybe they won't let me back, and that'll be a serious situation. Hopefully,
There'll be no help to us.
Hopefully, I'll be on
I'll
tour.
be over here fighting on behalf of Bert's memory, you fucking traitor.
Can you absentee vote?
Yeah, of course.
Right, because we got to rock the vote, man.
I don't know if I believe in that kind of democracy.
It's like you've given up. You're angry about it, but you've given up.
No.
Well, then why'd you leave?
I've just begun.
I left Australia. They talk about me there, don't they? They say that I'm not Australian, don't they?
I might not have a chance.
Are the streets abuzz with negativity about Jason Ellis?
Here's my rebuttal to them.
Oh man,
fuck
they're just
them.
it's like a low grumbling. Everywhere you go, you hear mumbling about.
Yeah, they don't say it out loud, but they're thinking it.
Yeah.
Bert knows it.
Like the man in black in an old western town.
Exactly
you can just
like
feel the shadow he casts over the entire general store.
I don't care, Tully. I don't care if everyone in Australia could hate me if they want. I love America.
That's right.
It might
Hate
not-
me, Australia. Come get me.
It might not be time for a popular uprising. Maybe Americans are still too into Duck Dynasty.
What about Supercross?
Maybe they're still too into
How
Supercross.
How bad can America be if it has Monster Energy Supercross?
No, the world. I mean, America.
What about the
great.
UFC? What
That's
about
not the
Dana
point.
White? Is Dana White from Australia? No. Why? Because he isn't. Because nobody was smart enough to think of it there.
Do you know any other dudes named Dana?
Nah, there's a Cliff I know, though.
Dana
know a guy named Cliff?
I know a Point. Dana Point.
Yeah, Dana Point. Dana White. Dana. I know a girl named Dana.
Dana Plato was on the Facts of
Oh, yeah, there we
Different
go.
Strokes.
Different Strokes.
Not to be confused with Dana White, although she was white, ironically enough. Bert, if and when this revolution happens,
I feel like it's not.
I will give you a Coke.
I don't drink Coke.
Oh, it's going to be warm, Michael. Because there'll be no fucking freezer. The government is going to switch off your fridge. I hope you like your fucking freedom, you shithead.
Then I'll give you an Aquafina because I like my odds, frankly.
There we go. Well, I mean, I don't think it's anytime soon, and maybe that's why I moved to Australia to raise a child there, an Aboriginal.
You're going to be moved to Australia to raise young Aborigines to join your army.
Exactly.
An army of dust babies.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Hello, Alex. You're on with Bert McCracken. Man, I don't think you can do that.
Really big fan. I just wanted to say I saw you take Action Tour last year in Jersey.
Awesome.
I just wanted to know what do you think about voting? Because I know in Australia they fine you if they don't vote. So what do you do?
Yeah, let's think about that for a second. That's democracy for you. If you don't vote, they fine you, and then they double fine you, and then they jail you. What kind of democracy is that? That sounds like bullshit democracy.
I can't tell if he's being sarcastic or not, Michael. What's going on?
I'm being real. That's bullshit.
Is that a bad thing
Well,
or
you
a good thing?
you can
That's
tell
not
that
democracy.
you can tell that Australia's democracy is bogus because they elected a woman.
Yeah. I voted for the singer of Midnight Oil when I lived in Australia.
He's a bad
Did you
motherfucker.
really?
Yeah.
He's a seriously bad.
I know what he is, but you really voted for him?
Yeah. Because they were going to give me a fine, Michael.
So you had to vote for someone.
Yeah, so he was going to give the land back to the Aborigines, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'll vote for you, mate.
If you think that your vote counts in the United States or in Australia, you're sadly confused.
Don't blame me. I voted for Igor.
Igor. I saw the.
Wait, his name was Igor?
No, he just looks like he should be an Igor.
Yeah, I saw him in the airport one time, and he's just like a massive. What's the dude from like Weird Science and all?
He's a lizard person.
He's a lizard person. He was in like all the Rob Zombie movies, The Real Tall. I think he just died.
Yeah. I know that. I was trying to think of his name. One of his characters he played with the one eye. Yeah, that's who I was That's who I was going for.
He looks a bit like that dude.
Most definitely.
That would be cool to see him do a the Beds Are Burning music video. Get that big guy to do it. Redo it. Just overdub the song. I'm into it. Hey, Ryan, you're on with Bert McCracken.
Hey, Bert, I just wanted to give a shout-out and say you're doing great. Your new album rocks. Keep standing by your word. Hopefully someday shit will change in the world.
It will. I think that if people believe that it can change, then it can. I think the worst thing you can do is to say that we can't change anything. Then you've just solidified the fact. I mean, I've been writing emails to Noam Chomsky. Hopefully he gets back to me. I'll let you guys know how it goes.
Refresh my memory who Noam Chomsky is.
He's a professor of linguistics at MIT, but he's also like the smartest man on the planet, and he's a anarchist, really humanitarian. He's always talking about things that matter. So
sounds like a fun guy to hang out with.
And I think that
and just slays with the ladies.
Yeah, just slays.
He's like 80s. He's quite an older gentleman.
And at this point, he's barely stopped wearing pants.
He's just slayed. He's just like king of one-nighters.
No time for zippers.
Out of the bars.
Purposely cut a hole out of the front of every pair of pants he owns.
He's real into like the new style of dance music.
Gray pubic hair and an old wrinkly dick out of the front of his slacks.
Just waiting for the breakdown.
Sometimes if you talk to him face to face, he'll urinate on you, not even fucking bat an eyelid. Just keeps talking. Hello, Dan.
Oh God.
Hello.
Yes, Dan.
Hey, I just wanted to say, Bert, when you guys are all together, the show is amazing. I love it. But Bert, I was just going to ask, have you ever thought about giving up your citizenship? And I'm not saying this to be like a dick or anything, but I mean, I worked out of the country for a while, and I got screwed on my taxes because I was paying taxes from the country I was working, and then I was paying United States taxes on top of it. I mean, I came home with like 30 to 40% of my money.
Yeah, I feel you. I think it's more. I don't ever want to denounce my citizenship to the United States. I love it here, and I think it's important for my children to be dual citizens.
Yeah, because they have to come back here when the fight starts.
Yeah,
they'll probably be teenagers by then.
Soon they'll be done.
I mean, I figure I'm
you and all your
I'm probably not a prime candidate.
You and your Aboriginal army and your kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not a prime candidate to lead the revolution, but I think my daughter will be ready in about 5
the
years.
McCrackens go over the sea.
There's a calm, and then the barge appears on the horizon.
Kangaroos and fucking wallabies. Everybody's just stampeding.
Just Bert and the Ark from Australia.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
boomerangs flying.
15 years later, the fucking wooden boat shows up with the McCrackens.
And then I'm informed that the revolution is over.
There it is.
And it was not televised.
Do you didn't get to take an Instagram photo with Bert, Jason, before the segment? Do you want
Yeah.
to try to take one now, or do
You
you
put those things on.
Do you want to go through the box, Bert?
Go through the box. Get me stuff.
Find something
Get
that
me stuff. Kraken.
expresses your inner you.
This is bourgeoisie.
Okay, perfect. Are you big like Halloween guy? Were you ever?
A little bit.
I could see you. Put that hat on, and I got a vibe.
I like a Halloween.
Bert can change. He's like a chameleon. He looks like several different people. I think he's going to use a guitar because he's kind of a musician.
No,
right.
The guitar's for you.
We got a Hulk hand. We got a a tri-point Patriot hat. That is a legitimate 57 Les Paul.
No, it's not.
That is a Guitar Hero guitar. We got Bert in kind of a modified Clockwork Orange hat. Got the Hulk
Oh shit!
hand.
My fluffy thing came off the knob of my guitar.
The fluffy thing, the guitar pubes have fallen off. Turns out it was a guitar merc all along.
Sweet.
And you're good. You've been Instagrammed. Are you back on social media, Bert?
No.
Good for you. All right, this thing, it's Instagram. It's totally awesome, but you probably hate it.
I got nothing against it. I have a revolution to plan. I think, honestly, more people should lead more and follow less people on Twitter and Instagram. I double fucking dog dare you.
Yeah, I think more people should shave their ass, but it's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Well, you're putting it out there.
I follow Mr. T on Twitter, and I must admit it is keeping me suppressed.
That's badass. What's he telling you?
Dude, he's the best. What did he say recently? Oh, wait, I'll get back to you in a second. T on Twitter is a real treat.
T on Twitter.
It's the small things for Telly.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting inducted into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame.
As he should have been years ago.
Oh, he just keeps on talking about that. Come on, where's it? Come on, T. Come on, T. Oh, yeah. Just standalone, apropos of nothing. Can Jack Frost take the heat?
Oh, shit.
He's the best, dude.
Gems like that
Just
on the
gems.
daily. Yeah.
That'll change your life.
Riddle me this. Who is Joe Blow?
Holy fuck.
Boom. Teed.
This dude is...
I want to fight him, and I know he's old, and I don't care. He's too stupid. He needs his ass kicked.
I'd buy tickets to watch you fight him. I would love to see you fight him. Really.
Imaginary enemy?
Yeah.
What's that about? It's about the man, taxes, millions of dollars, thrones, the government, black people. What's it about?
It's just a kind of about our ideas, you know.
It's about the Mexicans, isn't it?
You have, the Mexicans. You have this idea of
Imaginary enemy that is not really that imaginary, but the Mexicans are here and they're here to stay.
Everybody
It's
knows
kind
the
of
Mexicans.
racist to call them imaginary.
At this point, they are pretty real.
Yeah, they have something.
I mean, I had a delicious burrito today. I don't know.
Me too, actually. It's good to be back in Mexico City.
Sure, their White House is made out of Play-Doh, but I mean, they're a real country, sort of.
Bottom line, imaginary enemy is about sweet is always sour to someone else, right? A big fat no
I agree,
is always
but-
a yes to someone else.
I know, because sometimes I do things in my private life that I don't think Cumtard would be into.
Yeah.
You know, but to me, it's just a great day.
Life is too subjective
To Cumtard, he'd probably cry for like a week.
It's really about what tastes good to you. I seriously doubt that
Do you like onions?
I have I have a fondness for onions. What about you? Do you not into them?
It's Cumtart. He really likes them. I just would be interested to see for $20 who could eat the most onions in 20 seconds.
Because he's a big fan. You're saying
Yeah.
you like him too, though.
Grilled.
Grilled? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you meant like raw, like an apple.
Will you eat a raw onion like an apple or Race?
Yes.
Can we get 2 onions for
Next time.
Bert McCracken?
Next
and
time I'm
Cumtart
here,
the
we're
next time, yeah. 'Cause you gotta go.
Next time I gotta run.
No one's ever heard this song
Holy shit.
in the world today, except for Bert and the other people in the used, and maybe his manager heard like half of it, but we all know he wasn't really paying full attention. By the time it got halfway through, he sort of drifted off. Loves Bert though.
You
Loves
guys
being around Bert.
You guys are fucking badass. You always supported the used, and thanks for playing our shit. Especially new shit. Brand new. Nobody's ever heard it. Can you fucking dig it?
We're coming to your concert. I'm going anyway.
Tonight or next week?
Next Thursday.
Awesome.
I'm going too then.
Gotta go.
Fuck yeah.
No one in the world ever. Bert McCracken, the used.